always looking to create dialogue around racial diversity, age diversity, size diversity, but also, and I will critique myself here as well, there is no right pathway, there is no one perfect answer. Also, we want to bring in differently abled bodies. We're up for all kinds of diversity. We can see that with the advent now in the 70s of women believing that now they're not really kind of stuck in the home, child rearing. They have choices. They can do that if they want. They have other choices. They have broader horizons. They want some kind of uniform. The ubiquitous denim for the first time became a kind of unisex fabric. Women wanted the same cuts as men. They might want slightly different embellishments or different looks, but it was a case of men and women recognizing their similarities and choosing to celebrate that through clothing. When we come to the 80s, women now having been educated for the first time, having gone through university or college, coming out and expecting a place within the workplace, expecting promotion, just like their male colleagues, their male peers, and thinking somehow that maybe clothing would help them on the journey to showcase an identity around maybe authority, around reliability, and essentially around being female, but channeling there a very androgynous look. We learn all this just by looking at garments and asking questions. But we don't just find information out from the cuts and the silhouettes. We read bodies too. And you have grown up reading clothes and bodies and popular culture, possibly not even recognizing just how much you're receiving. So when we look, for instance, at what the catwalk tells us, we see that clothes are repeatedly showcased on one type of body. She is young, she is thin, she is Caucasian, and she is repeated globally. No matter where we are, we see this one body ideal. Now, I'm not criticizing that. I'm not against it. I'm just flagging it up for all of us that it is one body ideal, and there are so many. There are so many different versions of. Now look at what we have, which is digital platforms that can broadcast fashion within moments of it hitting the runway, that reach the laptops and screens, mobile phones of anyone who wants to see at any age, in any environment, in any country. It gives you some idea now as to the amplified power of the fashion industry. Does that mean we could consider being accountable? And we could begin a conscious practice. I'm not telling you what that is, and I'm not telling you what it should be. That's your choice, how you want to go forward. And by the way, you don't have to think like me at all. I'm just telling you my opinion. Your opinion is yours and yours alone, but you have to have one. You cannot be a creative without an opinion. Naomi Campbell accused the UK industry of racism, and she was right. Institutionalized racism exists in the Western world and anywhere where there is a European aesthetic, and institutions run by Caucasians who haven't thought about race. Adele, I just wanted to actually remind you all, is the best-selling female artist in the world, and she did it without taking her clothes off.